Crash Bandicoot 2. Cortex Strikes Back.
Well, hey my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I am JuddlePlays and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Let's play Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Let's start a new game right now.
Crystals. Of course.
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we need to find an enemy.
Crash? Crash? Crash! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
Now this is really random, but I find it really weird how Coco, our little sister right here, is using a laptop in 1997. I used to think like, oh, were laptops even a thing in 1997? But then I later found out that yes, they were a thing in 1997. Anyways, after saying the year 1997 way too many times, welcome to Crash Bandicoot 2. This is actually a game from my childhood. I did not play the Crash series as nearly as much as the Spyro series when I was a kid, but I was still a big fan of them. But I have never actually beaten a Crash Bandicoot game in my life, so I hope that is going to change with this Let's Play. And you might be wondering, well, if you're going to try playing a Crash Bandicoot game, why are you playing the second one? Why don't you go to the first one? Well, the second game is far superior to the first game, and also I have never played the first game in my life, kind of like I have never played the first Spyro game ever, but as soon as we go through here, something will happen. And that being we teleport randomly. I don't know why, but we do.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
Now, something you might actually be noticing right now is that these episodes, or this episode, is actually in a 4:3 aspect ratio, or at least close to a 4:3, rather than the full 16:9 aspect ratio. That is because, one, I am choosing to record this video, or these videos, in 4:3. Like, what I'm looking at on my TV screen right now is actually a 4:3 thing. I could go into the, PS3 menu and change it to, 16:9, yes, if you want to know. I'm actually playing this on the PlayStation 1 disc of this game, but on my PlayStation 3, which I really do like because the PlayStation 3 makes it so I can record these games, these PlayStation 1 games, in awesome 720p quality, while also being able to play on the actual, disc of the game. Because if you do not know, this, PlayStation 1 games on the PSN account or whatever, they tend to lag sometimes because I think it's a little bit of an emulation of the actual game. But with the disc, I don't really see any actual lag. I mean, yes, you do probably get slowdown every once in a while, but the lag I'm talking about on the PSN version is basically when you're playing, you kind of, well, what am I trying to say? It's like you can hear the, music slow down, and that is not in the actual game. Okay, I need to make sure I actually use the, directional pad while I'm going through this area, because for some odd reason, this game's a little wonky, because I don't believe this game had analog support when it first came out. The only reason I'm doing analog support right now is because I got lucky and I guess I was able to change the analog thing to this. And wait, do I have to like break this and then like slide? Okay. Now, I know I'm supposed to, like, slide jump up here and get these boxes, which I'm surprised that I'm, like, actually doing this correctly. Oh, God. I think the opposite of the Let's Player's curse is happening right now, because when I was practicing this game, like, just trying to get used to the controls, I did not do that effectively. So I'm really surprised that that actually happened, and for some reason I was really scared of that. Also, see these little things here? Those little green boxes back there were actually nitro crates, and that will destroy all those nitro crates. You know, I might actually get a certain thing in this level that I never did. Now, I know I keep going from, like, topic to topic. I think I never actually finished discussing one of the topics, but that probably will not be finished because I honestly do not remember what the topic was. So I guess I can talk... What was I going to talk about? Well, I'll talk about how many coughs I have to do, because Jesus Christ, that was crazy. But yeah, I could probably talk about the controls, because I never really did that. The X button is to jump. There is no double jump. I almost was about to show off a double jump, but I forgot. This game actually does not have a double jump. You can only jump once. Yeah, a platformer game that does not have a double jump. What is this, like I almost said Spyro the Dragon. I mean, technically Spyro the Dragon does not have a double jump. It has a glide, but still, I guess you could call that somewhat of a double jump, but this game has no double jump whatsoever. I think I have to actually get out and jump on that manually, because there was no way I was going to be spinning on that. Now, if you want to know, running into any enemy will actually hurt you. You do not want to do a certain attack called a slide attack, which you can actually do by pressing the circle button. And there's a little bit of a speedrunning tactic that a lot of people use, where when you're actually, or when you get off of that slide, if you press the X button at a certain time, you do a little bit of a jump. I believe other people do this weird speedrunning tactic where they press circle and then square to do this, because the square does the spin like that, which is your main method of attack, the other main method being, stomping on your enemies. Now, I kind of want to get on this crate here, because there are also different types of crates in this game. This crate here will give you 10 Wampa Fruit very slowly, because it gives you 1 Wampa Fruit at a time. In the third game, they actually make it so that it gives you 2 at a time, so you only have to stomp on it 5 times. I don't know why it took so much time to actually do that, but now, you might be wondering why I have a mask on my face. That is because I am invincible. Oh crap. I think I just screwed myself up, because I don't think there's a way I can actually... Whoa, okay. Well, I got really lucky there, because I'm pretty sure I was actually supposed to jump on that enemy to get that box right up there, which if you don't know, I never described it, but the boxes are your main collectible in this game. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a collectible, but in order to get a certain thing, you have to destroy all the boxes in the levels. You do not actually need to destroy all the boxes in the levels in order to beat the game. You only have to get these crystals here in every single level. So, I shouldn't say retrospect, but if you want to know, you could technically go through this game destroying as little boxes as possible, but that's not fun, because that's, like, why would you do that? Also, I never understood the meaning of those sections right there, because it's literally like, oh, it's a little bit of an enemy gauntlet, just destroy all the enemies you can. And with doing that, you actually get a gem, which those gems right there are gotten by destroying all the boxes in a single level. Now, don't fret, sometimes you will not be able to get the gem on your first run through the level, because you need something else in order to get that. Like, up there, you see there is a blue, like, thing. I might show that off in the game, but I am not going for 100%. Also, when you get the gem in a level, Crash does a little bit of a crash dance. I don't think he does that if you only get the crystal, though.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. Crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
There, Crash? Crash! Are you there, Crash?
Now, watching that guy floating there reminded me that, you know what? This guy floating here is Aku Aku. He gives you extra hit points. If you get 3 of them, you get the invincibility thing that I showed off earlier. But if you have none, then you die in 1 hit. If you have 1, you can take 1 extra hit. If you have 2, which you can tell if you have 2 by this little golden thing right here, but I can actually get the third guy right here and blow up everything in my way, and I don't even have to worry about this crap that's in my way here. Like, look at these penguins. I don't have to worry about them in the slightest. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get all the stuff there, but I want to try to get everything I can while I am still invincible, because that makes it so I don't have to worry about the freaking TNT that was right there, which I just remembered. This is the first level that actually has the TNT. And also, the second level is an ice level, which really sucks, because the ice physics in this game, after only playing one ice level, really sucks. Like, I mean, really sucks. You slip everywhere when you're trying to do stuff in this game. So, I mean, by that I mean when you're actually trying to slip and slide on the ice. It is literally like a slip and slide. I mean, I don't think ice is actually this bad in real life. I mean, I live in upstate New York, so I know what ice feels like, but I don't think you're going to be slipping and sliding this much if you are on ice constantly. Well, I got hit. I did not mean to get hit, but I guess that just happened. Also, watch out here. I don't want to get hit. I also don't want to fall in a hole, because when I was practicing this earlier, it wasn't actually as a practice. It was more just so I could see, like, just a quality thing, because I wanted to test a certain quality aspect of this, because with the PS3, there are many things you can actually do. Also, this red gem right here, we cannot get for a long, or not for a long time, but it's going to be a little bit before we can actually get that red gem. But I'm probably not even going to get that red gem, because it is not required in this game. And I'm not exactly sure what required or non-required things I'm going to be getting in this game. I feel as if this game is too short, I'm going to end up if this game goes by very quickly, I'm going to be doing some extra stuff. But if it takes me a really long time, like some of the later levels I have never played before in my life, if those levels take forever, I'm probably going to end up only doing the main game of this, because I don't know, this game, if you want to know, is actually decently short. And what was I going to talk about? God dang it, there's so much stuff I can describe in this game that I don't know what I've described or what I can describe, and sadly I lost my one Aku Aku, so I am not able to get the one thing I really wanted to get. But yeah, it's a little tricky here, because you start here, but you have to actually go back here in order to hit this box. I only know that because I've watched some Let's Plays in the past, so I kind of know. Yeah, that's another thing. Even though this is kind of like a first playthrough for me, I have watched Let's Plays in the past, and I have gone through some of the game. I mean, I've definitely not gone through half of the game before, but I have gone through some of it, and I feel like that hit was a little bit cheap. That shows just how noobish I am, but I do know there is something up here, if I can actually hit it. I'll know when I hit it, because I'll hear a sound go off. There we go. If you jump and then press the circle button, I believe you get a little bit extra height. And once you hear a little bit of a sound, you can go back here, and these boxes that weren't originally filled in are now filled in. Also, you can see just how many lives you end up getting in this game. Like, look. That doesn't show how many lives I have. If you press the triangle button, you can see I already have 17 lives. And this is only the first episode, and I think I started with like 5 or something. And I'm doing really good at getting these gems, but I knew I could probably get the gem in this level's Snow Go, because while I was practicing, I was able to actually get the gem. Do I want to do another level in this episode? I probably will do another level because, I don't know, it's on the raw recording, it is only 14 minutes, but I believe we're actually going to get another cutscene after Crash does this cool little dance. I'm going to be skipping those in the future.
So, you were helping Cortex gather crystals. Yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he's created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering.
And that guy who was cut off there, that was N.Brio. He was, since you wouldn't actually know who he was if you never played the first game, he was Dr. Neo Cortex's assistant, and I guess they didn't get along well, so now he's trying to stop us since we are, for some odd reason, helping Cortex with a scheme that we know is evil, but Crash doesn't know it's evil. Okay, I was kind of floating on the platform, so that really did not work. I mean, I get what happened. I fell in the water there because the control stick was getting all funky. But still, that was a little weird because it kind of glitched up there. But I guess I'll let that slide. Also, I don't know exactly what to call this level. It's like an ancient ruin thing, and oh god, there's a time limit right now. I don't know if I want to go. Actually, you know, I cannot get the box gem in this level, so I am going to just try to get this little time thing here. Now, I believe there's a little bit of a secret you can get. Well, I guess I'm not going to be going for that because I died. So, never mind, because I believe if you die at that checkpoint, you don't have the timer anymore. So I guess I'll go slow, because I obviously cannot rush in this game, because that leads me to die, and dying is really bad. But getting all these boxes do get me Wampa Fruit, so I will like really happily get these boxes here, just so I can get extra lives, or just actually get extra lives. Like, look, I'm back to 17 lives already. Now, this is a game, if you want to know, that you can easily get, like, maximum 99 lives in, especially because the lives actually save, and okay, we're going to be careful here, because this, if you want to know, was the last level I actually had a little bit of a practice on, and I had died there at one point, which was really stupid because I was trying to get onto the bonus area, and it did not work the way I wanted it to, because for some reason on these 2D areas you can move up and down, which is something I do not like that you can actually do. If Crash can get out of there, thank you. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever mentioned, our main character is Crash, and our sister's Coco, and that evil guy is Dr. Cortex, and the guy Dr. Cortex was talking to in the space station was N.Gin. I know a lot about Crash, because even though I have never beaten a Crash game, I have played these religiously, and I've also played Crash Team Racing, which, if you have never played Crash Team Racing, I highly suggest playing, because some people may say it is a clone of like maybe Diddy Kong Racing or Mario Kart 64, but in my eyes it is a totally different being, and it is a pretty good game nonetheless, because in my eyes, Naughty Dog really knew what they were doing when it came to making games, because they made the very popular Last of Us game, which I actually have, but I have never played. Now, would I ever try to do a blind Let's Play The Last of Us on my channel? Probably not, because I'd rather play that game, because I feel as if that game will be a lot harder than this game, and sadly, we only have 34 boxes out of the 74, because if you saw back there, way back there, there was a little platform that had like a blue gem thing on it. That would bring you to an area that had more boxes, so we can't really do that if we did not get the blue gem in the first level, which I never actually explained how to get it, but I think we're going to have another person talk to us right now.
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
And I have to say that that is about it for this first episode of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. Now, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be calling this Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash 2 Cortex Strikes Back, or Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, because the latter kind of sounds like a long title, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to do that or not. But in the next episode, we're going to be going into this level, Level 4, The Pits. Because my pits probably stink. That was a stupid joke. Anyways, this has been Juttle Plays saying see you later and goodbye.